What's going on, fam? Welcome to your daily astrology horoscope for Monday, August 30th, 2021. Astrologer Brian Scarborough here, Fixed Air Moon, keeping the collective fixed on astrology. Truly appreciate you for being here, as always. Hope you're doing great. Had a good weekend, all that good stuff. Moon Day, starting off this kind of calendar week, which of course starts on Sunday, but it kind of kicks off here, but divine time, it's the moon's day. So we're feeling today. What are we feeling? We're feeling this. This is what we're feeling. We're going to have the sun come to 7 degrees, which is a spiritual degree. So we kick it off with like this kind of energetic deep dive of the purities that we need to find in our life here in Virgo and how to bring that spiritual essence into our reality. You are seeing Mars come to 20 degrees, and we're dealing with Mars in opposition to Neptune all week. So there is a lot of this like spiritual essence that this week has to offer for us, but it's also slowing things down. So I think today's kind of a slowdown Monday, even though we have a moon in Gemini, which is, going to be making a nice trine to start the day to Saturn, and it's going to be heading towards Venus to trine over to Venus by the end of the night. So definitely a lot of air in the chart, lots of contemplation, lots of thoughts, trying to figure things out, information. It's a great time to speak, great time to communicate your truth. And those things in your environment that you want to dedicate to. We are also seeing Mercury ingress into Libra as well. So, definitely a lot of air, tons of air in the chart. Air and earth, no fire, except for Chiron. So, where's the wind blowing us in this physical world right now? And can we tune into those subtle energies? Also be willing to make certain changes that make the most sense in your environment, that do bring the aesthetic of the beauty that you're looking for. Those are powerful things. And we're not going to see the square from the moon to Mars or the square to Neptune, but there is going to be a T-square there tomorrow that we're going to be feeling. So definitely a powerful point. Looking at Gemini and seeing that moon come off the north node and off the third quarter square to the sun as well. There's definitely like information that's coming through that's trying to like blow us in a direction of change for our physical landscape. Definitely dealing with relationships. We're kind of wishy-washy with Mercury in Libra. It does like Libra because it's an air sign and Mercury likes air, but at the same time, we were super to the point and like critical of things, and now we're kind of like shifting the perspective over to people and relationships in our life and what is going to make sense and how can we tip the scales in our favor. So it's definitely it's kind of a wishy-washy day, if in my opinion, and I think we want to get back to the roots of our spiritual essence, to make sure that we're kind of like going in that direction. We are seeing the sun quincunx Saturn today and tomorrow, so that's getting very strong. And that's not like a fun quincunx either, I would say. So there's parts of our reality that we're trying to purify, but at the same time, we have to dedicate to these sort of like unique ways of doing it, and kind of like, I would say, have the integrity to keep raising up and seeing, the right people in life that are matching your frequency, that are trying to go into a pure place with you, whatever your purity is to you, right? So it's not like one size fits all. I think we're all trying to figure out how to find our own authority in this physical world, and we might be seeing aspects of reality try and really, I don't know, flex their control, I would say. And we're going to see Mercury, of course, start approaching that trine to Saturn. There's just a lot going on in the world. Like, there's a lot of control that's trying to take place. There's a lot of like power hungry entities out there, and this is where we have to kind of like be smart and weigh out our options in life, but still justify certain things. We're going to see Mercury here until November 5th. Mercury's going to retrograde in Libra as well. So this Mercury in Libra that we're seeing this thing. We're going to be dealing with this Mercury for a long time. It'll be we're going to be heading into Scorpio season by the time it even leaves. We'll be well into Scorpio season, really. So yeah, long stay, lot of contemplation when dealing with relationships and other people. Trying to find out, how to get the scales to tip in our favor for the aesthetic of life that we want. Venus is definitely trying to see that beauty and that, essence right now in life, but it's definitely seeing all extremes. There's a lot going on. So today is definitely coming off, the sun coming off the square to the nodes. That was big on Sunday. We all have these decisions to make right now within our own environments and about the physical world we want to keep, and the people that are a part of that and the relationships. And it's kind of muddy. It's kind of slow with Mars in opposition to Neptune. There's definitely a lot of, we want to have faith, but we also want to keep this practical look at things that we want to identify with. So there's definitely a tug of war between this like blind faith and then what is actually making sense. So today I think is definitely trying to get us in a place to make decisions, but it's a little unclear. So there's definitely, not a ton of clarity in the landscape right now, but we're still trying to figure out those little things that we can, ultimately bring into our life that are going to bring us a more serene reality, through a lot of extremes, a lot of chaos. There's a lot going on in the world. So definitely sending my best to the people in New Orleans dealing with the hurricane. That's very Mars opposite Neptune as well. And yeah, we're seeing the moon make a sextile to Chiron today. So there's ways to move forward right now. They're not like the prettiest of ways. I feel like we're looking for all these pretty ways and trying to juggle what's beautiful and what's not. And, sometimes it's like getting down into the grimy stuff to see the ultimate truth of where reality does need to shift. And it does come back to the metaphysical, the spiritual, but also the real, and this tug of war between, energy and physical reality, and how to attract in the reality we want based off the energy and the frequency we keep and that we are dedicating to. And I think we have to, really focus on our own self-authority right now, or else I think authority is going to be really pressed against people. So I think we're starting to see things like clamp down a little bit in the world with this quincunx to Saturn with the sun. So we are dealing with that, but Saturn in Aquarius, like, kind of have to break, Saturn in Aquarius, so it kind of lets people break the rules a little bit. So we're trying to make our own rules in this interesting landscape that, do create win-wins for all people, that do see the unique human in all people too. So yeah, definitely a lot about communicating today, a lot about information, a lot of that air energy is in the chart. And we don't want to get too ahead of ourselves, because Mars in opposition to Neptune is kind of a difficult one too, where if you're trying to really press for something right now, it's like, do you really know what you're pressing for? There's a little confusion around that. Sending you all my love and best, and let's see what the card is for today. Queen of Pentacles in reversed. Yeah, it just feels a little like reality is really weird right now, so it's hard to find like this sustainable beauty. A lot of information's coming in to kind of like show you how to bring that in, but it's almost like doing a kind of a deep dive here, to really find your own essence of what beautiful is to you as an individual, and bring that in by people you keep in your life or the physical things in your life. What is really beautiful in a physical world to you? What isn't? I feel like we have to do some sort of like spiritual cleansing today, getting this card. I don't know why that's coming up with it, but a little bit of that. Yeah, it's not like the most stable of days. I feel like it's just a lot of information, a lot of weighing out too, getting this card. So maybe that's part of it. But I think we will get through it. How will we get through it? Ace of Swords in reverse. I think we have to get really particular with the direction we're going and figure those things out. And Are we listening to the downloads, or are we kind of like throwing them to the side and trying to push our ego into something right now that is a false illusion of the reality we actually want, or the one that we actually want to keep spiritually? Hmm. Interesting cards. Interesting day in the astrology. Definitely not bad though. Jupiter's not aspecting much, anything really, um, at 25 degrees, and Saturn's about to come to 7. So definitely a lot of 7 energy in the chart, and 7 energy approaching for a while. So we're 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 kind of like raising the vibe here energetically with a frequency, and we want to listen to those downloads of like what to do next and how to kind of innovate and evolve. And I think that'll help us through any sort of stagnation, um, or any sort of like lost energy or weighing out too many things today. I love you all very much. Hope you have a beautiful Monday, and I will see you tomorrow. Peace.